What's up guys, in this video I'm going to teach you how to get 10% more bonus HEX for free by using what's called the Adoption Amplifier in HEX. And if you have heard of the Adoption Amplifier before but maybe aren't sure what to do about that, this video is specifically for you. So we're going to walk through step by step how you can get literally 10% free HEX for the next 55 days of the Adoption Amplifier. Now you're going to want to get in before the 55 days are over and before what's called the big payday, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But basically, the Adoption Amplifier isn't going to be around forever, guys. It's not going to be around forever, so you're going to want to get in before it's over. Now, I'm assuming you have some knowledge of cryptocurrency already, and you've heard of it, and you're familiar with the concept of digital tokens and all that. So I'm assuming you probably have heard of MetaMask Wallet. If you don't have MetaMask already, just look up metamask.io. That's metamask.io, and install the browser extension. That's basically your crypto wallet, guys. And you probably know that already. But you're going to need a cryptocurrency wallet. Specifically, I recommend MetaMask because it's the most well-tested. After you have that, you're going to want to load some Ethereum into it. And we're going to be transforming our Ethereum today, again, through the Adoption Amplifier into HEX. So I'll explain really simplistically how that all works. So assuming you have a little bit of Ethereum in your MetaMask wallet, you're going to go to go.hex.com, right? Once you're on go.hex.com, you want to click Add to MetaMask, this big orange button in the top right corner. Pretty straightforward. We're going to wait for that to load, add the token, and just make sure that your wallet is connected. If you want to see what it looks like to verify that the token is added, you can go to the three-dot menu here and look at connected sites. So here on connected sites, we can see I'm connected to go.hex.com, and this is what we want to ensure, this is what we want to verify to connect the wallet. So if you're connected, you can see I've got a little bit of ETH and a little bit of HEX, right? And now, remember, we're on go.hex.com. We're going to click on the Transform tab. So when people talk about the Adoption Amplifier, it's really just the Transform tab on go.hex.com. Now this is where every day there's a big bucket of HEX and a big bucket of Ethereum. Every day the HEX available is about 510 million, and it's up to the users to put in Ethereum in the other Ethereum bucket. And at the end of the day, the rate that you get is simply the HEX available divided by the ETH amount, which calculates the HEX that you get per Ethereum. So let's say I put in 1 Ethereum today, but there's already 4,835, I would get one tiny fraction. I would get 1/4,835th of the available HEX for today, right? So it's proportional. Imagine there's 10 Ethereum in there, and you put in 5 of them. Well, then you'd get 50% of the HEX for that day. And you could see in this closing tab, this closing column, that the day ends at a specific UTC time every day. It's going to be different depending on where you live, but you can see right now, the current day for me ends in 2 hours and 23 minutes and 4 seconds. Now, I haven't put in any ETH yet today, but I'm going to do it just to explain how simple this really is. So you can see we're on day 298 out of 351. So on day 351, the Adoption Amplifier is no more. HEX is done being distributed to people, and it will go on to the next phase of its existence. Essentially, the launch phase is over on that day. But we've still got a good 53 days, it seems. And you're going to want to get in before that final day. So to get in, you just click this enter button over here. You type the amount of ETH you want to put in. And I'm going to put in 0.1. Okay? Just for the sake of the video. We're going to click enter. MetaMask should pop up, and you're going to pay the gas fee. So we can see that it's $1.52. Not that cheap, but if you're putting in a larger amount, it becomes a little bit more negligible. And then we're just going to wait for this transaction to confirm on the blockchain. I'll fast forward so we can see what that looks like. Alright, so my transaction's confirmed, and you might have to refresh the page to see the Ethereum pop up in this column. Alright, so here we are. You can see that I've put in 1 Ethereum, and based on all of the other Ethereum that people have put in on this day, The fraction that I will be getting out of this 510 million is 13,935 HEX. And again, this is going to change. So if more people put in Ethereum on this day, my HEX that I'll be given at the end of the day is going to go down. So it's essentially the transform lobby, aka the adoption amplifier. They're basically the same thing. It's the transform page on go.hex.com, and the amount of ETH you put in is divided proportionally by the amount of ETH that everybody else puts in to get a fraction of the daily HEX available. Pretty simple concept, right? Now, I'm not going to wait 2 hours, but now when the day closes in 2 hours and 19 minutes, I can withdraw my newly minted HEX because this enter button will turn into an exit button. And you'll have to pay another gas fee, small gas fee, on the way out to bring your HEX out of the lobby and mint it into existence and put it back in your MetaMask wallet. So really, it's just a few buttons of a few clicks of buttons, right? And again, if you want 10% more, use my referral link below. I mean, you really have nothing to lose. You only have 10% to gain. So if you're interested in getting involved, try that out. You could start off with a little bit of ETH just to see how it works, and depending on if you like it or not, you can put in more. But again, this is only going to be available for the next 53 days. So I want to make this video to drive the point home of how important it is to get involved before day 351. Because on day 351, you're going to want to stake your HEX past that day. So here we are on the stake tab of go.hex.com, and you can see that let's take this stake for example. I'm staked well beyond day 351, and I am going to be making almost triple the HEX that I put in. I put in 1,000 HEX, and because I'm staking past the big payday, I will be earning about 3 times more at this current rate when my stake expires on day 407. So I'm making this video so you can understand how to get involved in the Adoption Amplifier before it's too late and before you miss out on this potential 2 to 3x of gains. It's probably going to end up being somewhere around, I'm guessing, 2.5x, but nobody knows. The big payday is variable. It depends on how many other people are also staking. So again, guys, just make sure that when you do have the HEX, you want to be staked on that day to maximize your gains. It's simple game theory. Why wouldn't you want to stake it? Unless you need the money right away. If you can wait a few days, a few months, and stake it for the long term, heck, it's even best if you can wait years, because the longer you stake, the higher your interest payments as well. So however long you're willing to wait, I have stakes all the way from next year to 15 years away. Your strategy might be different. But regardless, I recommend getting involved before the big payday. You're not going to want to miss it. It's just such an easy way to, again, maximize your gains. It's so simple, right? So again, referral link below. You get a 10% bonus. I get a small kickback as well from whatever you put in. And that's why I want to talk about it. So get involved before day 351 and make sure you're staked on the big payday. As always, guys, keep calm, hex on, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.